Hello everyone, welcome to Playing in Dirt. My name is Fleur. I am a small space container gardener in Zone 8. In today's video, we are going to talk about gardening hacks because I've been doing a lot of them and I want to share with my viewers what's been helping me with my gardening journey. Those small little hacks that's been very helpful throughout the journey. Those gardening hacks are great if you have limited space, if you are on a budget and you don't want to be buying expensive things to protect your garden, to make your garden thrive. So let's just jump right into the video. Now, the first hack that I'm going to talk about is one of my favorite ones. And I don't even know if it's considered a hack. I think it is. It is my handy dandy eggshell powder. Now, as you can see, I made a whole batch the other day, y'all, and I've already used up all of it. Like this thing was filled. This thing was filled, and I've used up all of it to start my fall garden. This is my favorite hack of all. Saving up your eggshells, leaving them in the fridge. That way, when you have enough, you can grind them up to make your eggshell powder. You can add it to your soil. You can add it to your compost. It's especially great for plants like tomatoes, peppers, because it has calcium. So it's adding calcium to your soil, and that is what helps to prevent blossom end rot for those plants. And it also helps to promote strong root growth. I'm telling you, like, you come to my house, you're gonna find a lot of eggshells in my fridge. My family, they were here the other day and I had a pot of eggshells and they all looked at me like I'm crazy. But if you're not into gardening, you wouldn't understand, and that's okay. I don't expect you to. But yeah, save them. So that would be my first hack. Now, my second hack is plastic mini bottle greenhouses. What I do is I just take a bottle, I cut it in half, and then I use it as a mini greenhouse for the plants that I'm winter sowing. So the way that I do that is I just take the top of the bottle wherever I'm gonna grow that plant. A lot of gardeners, when they winter sow, they take the bottle, they add soil in it, and then and I do that as well, right? And then they prop it open, they fill up their bottle with soil, add their seeds, and then they cover it up and then tape it around, and this can act as a greenhouse. That's all fine and dandy, but instead of now having to take that plant out of the bottle and transferring it into the garden, I just plant the seeds wherever I'm going to grow that plant, and then I just take the top and prop it on top of the seeds. Once it starts growing, it's going to act as a mini greenhouse. It's going to insulate the plant, and you don't have to worry about transferring them out of the bottle into the garden. They are already right there in their spot. You can even take the bottom half, just poke holes at the bottom, turn it upside down on top of your plant, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about transferring them later on. When the weather is ideal, you can just remove the top and you're good to go. So yeah, try it. It's great. Now, speaking of containers, I also have these that I use as mini greenhouses. So plastic egg carton you can use as a mini greenhouse. As you can see, last year I was growing beets and celery in this one. Just fill up your carton up with soil, drop your seeds, and then slightly cover it to allow air to go through. But yeah, this can be a greenhouse. Your muffin containers, okay? This is the first time I'm going to do it with muffin container. I save this to try winter sowing them in. I like the muffin containers because the bottom size are a little bit bigger. Fill it up with soil. Well, add holes first to the bottom, one seed per pocket, and then cover it up slightly to allow air to still go through. And then there you go. You have your little mini greenhouse. I had to change location because the sun was moving closer. As I was saying, I did it with the plastic bottle and it worked out great. You know, I usually start my winter sowing around January, February timeframe. So I have my muffin containers. We're gonna reuse those. Now, my next hack is gonna be bamboo screwers for plant support. I love these bamboo sticks because I use them throughout the garden this year for a lot of my bush bean plants. They're great for support. I reuse use them. I don't throw them away. I got these at Walmart. They were like $1 and change, and they last. This year, like I have a lot of fall crops that I'm growing, and they are getting chewed up by pests. I did get some row covers to put on top of the plants, but the plants are getting taller, right? They're getting taller. And for those of you who are growing in containers, what's the easiest way to cover up your plants with row covers if you are growing in containers? So what I did was I cut up the row covers about the size of that container. And then I just took the bamboo sticks and I plopped it in the soil and draped the cover over the stick. That way it can lift up the row cover off of the plant. It's not resting on top of the plant. You can do that only if the plant is not as tall as the screwers. So yeah, that's another great hack that you can use. I hope you find that helpful. The other hack that I want to talk about is Epsom salt. I have Epsom salt on hand because it is great for your garden. Take about a tablespoon of that, dissolve it into a gallon of water. It's going to add magnesium to the soil, which is going to help the flowering stage. It also helps with yellowing of the leaves. Magnesium is part of chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is the pigment that makes your plants green. And without it, your plant leaves are going to turn yellow. Adding a little bit of magnesium to your soil every single month is going to help with that. Now, one thing that I want to caution is that if the yellowing is due to maybe overwatering or it's due to nitrogen deficiencies or disease, then Epsom salt is not going to help with that. Okay, it's not going to help with that. As a matter of fact, if you add too much of that, it can interfere with other nutrients. So you want to use this with caution, okay? But it is a great addition to your garden because it can help give it that magnesium boost. Now, the other hack that I haven't tried yet, but I just recently learned about is the citrus peel pest trap. Okay, so any citrus that you have, whether it's lemon or lime, I drink lime water every single day, and I usually toss that lemon in my compost. But apparently you can add it to your garden soil, not in the soil, but just around your plants, because this is going to help to deter any garden pests such as slugs and snails away from your plants. I have a lot of snails around my containers. I see them every single day and I just kind of brush them off. So I'm going to try that, y'all, and see if that does help. Let me know in the comments if it does help your plants. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to try it because I'm like, oh my gosh, I always toss away my lemon peels. I'm just gonna add them to my container from now on and see what happens. So that would be my last hack. I do have more, I just can't think of them on top of my head. I have a planner that's on my website. It's Zone Base. It tells you what you need to be starting indoors and what you can direct sow outside every single month. It's a great planner to use if you are new to gardening, if you have a small space and you want to maximize your space, if you want to succession plant, and it just helps you to grow more food, right? So go ahead and check it out. It's on my website. I'll also be linking it in the description. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my previous video, and I will see you all in the next one.